Hello, on from On's garden here. Today we're going to be taking a look at a wisteria in the garden, and I'll be taking you around and showing you where it starts and where it ends. Welcome to On's garden. So here you join me at the beginning of the wisteria, where it grows out the ground in these multiple windy, twisty paths. And as you can see, where it's winding around an old trellis there, it's ripped it apart, and all that's left is that branch going round and round. Generally speaking, you need to actually grow it up against a solid wall, but as the trellis has disappeared, all I've got is a gap between that and the shed. And as we follow the branch around over the top, it seems to anchor itself against anything it can find, basically. Now it's currently May. The flowers aren't fully out yet. When they do come out, they do look absolutely gorgeous. I'll be showing the wisteria in its full glory at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Yeah, the flowers are just about ready to go. This is the type of wisteria that flowers first and then grows lots of little runners off the side of the main branch. I like to keep it as a single branch going across the front of the house. Down the side of the house I've got two horizontal branches going across. So we're back at the start again, and we're going to go up and around and follow it down the other route. Now for most of the year it doesn't take a lot of looking after. I don't water it specifically, I don't feed it, but it's probably in a good position where water collects in the ground. Maintenance wise, once a year it'd take me about a day to go through and chop these long windy stems back to the main branch, back to a couple of buds, so that the next year the flowers would be really abundant. Another thing to note is that you've got to be quite good at going up ladders if you want to maintain this beast of a wisteria. When I do it, I find myself balancing off ladders at quite high heights. It's not the safest of things to do if you're not steady on a ladder. Now, I wouldn't recommend taking cuttings of these and growing it from cutting, because they could take up to 5 years to establish. It's much quicker to buy one from the shop, to be honest. And when you do get it back and you put it in the ground, don't worry about putting it too close to walls, because that's what they need. And the roots from the actual plant doesn't damage any of the foundations or brickwork. They're not that kind of root. So place it next to the wall and drill a few holes in the wall and put some eye bolts in, or eye screws, and then just run a wire along the side of the house and attach it to the wire along the side of the house. And just be a little bit careful, because they do wind around things, so if you've got cables on the side of the wall, then they will wind around it. Eventually, as it grows, that will push it away from the wall. So how can you tell what sort of wisteria you've got? Well, I've been looking at mine to try and determine what sort I've got, because it was here before I was here. And looking at the actual branches there, you can see that they're winding anti-clockwise around that trellis, which means it's probably not a Japanese wisteria, because Japanese wisterias wind around in clockwise. So it could be an American or a Chinese wisteria. And on mine, with the flowers appearing before the foliage, means it's probably a Chinese wisteria. Skipping ahead to mid-June, this is the result. So there we have it. Thanks for joining me, looking at the Chinese wisteria, and hope to see you in the next bit. Bye for now.